Mic check. Alright. Fantastic. It's time to progress with the main scenario quests. Hey, that almost rhymes. How lovely. Our merry duo has become a quartet. Past agreements are no reason to reject collaboration in the here and now. I commend Emmett Silk for his practicality. Do not approach me, do not speak to me, and do not dare presume to treat me as a friend. I'm merely carrying out my duty. Hephaestus is eager to find Hermes. I think the time for leisurely exploration has passed. If I might have a moment to adjust my vision. There he is, on the next isle over. Meteon is with him. Hermes appears to be in the midst of an observational study. I suggest we hurry over before they venture elsewhere. Head straight down. Head straight down the path. We can teleport to Sopsi's Eros from the device at the bottom of the slope. I mean, props to them for sticking to naming conventions, but man, is it difficult to pronounce some of their words a lot of times. The Subsidies Euros. This teleporter appears to be the teleporter in the Subsidies Euros. Let us proceed. Absolutely love that background music there. What, you expect me to praise you and your progress? On the contrary, I'm simply surprised you made it this far. Then again, even with you slowing her down, there is no denying that Vana is an accomplished researcher. Her wealth of wisdom and experience is unmatched, and her achievements in creation magics, in any field, frankly, are nothing short of extraordinary. But with singular brilliance, which sets her apart, can make her motive somewhat impenetrable at times. As a student and successor puts it, she is a force of nature, at once so close, and at the same time so very distant. Sopsis Euros is interesting in that it is the only region in Elpis which lacks a research hub. This is largely due to the nature of its observation sites, within which they let loose creatures anticipated to be unruly and dangerous. I've also heard that the area is kept deliberately sparse in the event that, well, let's just say that no one should live near the nails, which provides access to a certain facility. Look at her glowing eyes. But then again, I suppose all their eyes are glowing, but wait, no. I think it might just be hers. Are your eyes glowing? A little bit. Yeah, their eyes glow, just not as prominent as Vanna's. They are close by, within the Hungering Gardens. That would be the circular enclosure you see just up ahead. Well then, Sylvain, make yourself useful and bring Hermes out here to us. If I were to go, he would assume I was only there to press him on the Van Daniel matter. Of all of us present, you stand the best chance at convincing him to put aside his work for the moment. But the creations here and in there are not exactly... Then again, perhaps Sylvain can handle them. He did survive a bout with Vanna after all. Off you go to find Hermes, but do be prepared to come to blows with the garden's denizens. Someone needs to go into the Hungering Gardens to speak with Hermes, and it seems Emselk has nominated you for the task. Okay. So be it then. Oh, what? No, it's that way. Oh. That is a very ugly plant. I was wondering what they were, but I suppose the base creature is supposed to be some sort of marble. Oh, even know that it could cost like that. That's awful. Why would you create such a thing, I wonder? Search for Hermes in the Hungering Gardens. Are these the Hungering Gardens because the plants are hungry? It's not just bad breath, it's worse breath. Oh, I suppose he's going to be around here somewhere. Well, I'll just have to keep walking. How hard can it be just to find a single researcher? Very difficult, it seems. I don't see him anywhere. Hmm? Oh, that's new. Alright. Do I just keep wandering around until I find him, or is there an actual spot that he's hiding in? Just let's just keep traversing around edges until we see something. Uh-oh. He hasn't been eaten by plant, has he? That would be very worrying. Oh, still alive. Oh, there he is. Hiding behind this rock. Meet him. Hey. Sylvain? Where did you come from? Sylvain, what are you doing here? Ooh. Kyoji, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Is my stream labels working? Kyoji, my good friend. How are you? You're most excellent. That is fantastic to hear. And you just woke up. Well, how about you get a glass of water and some breakfast? I'll still be here for quite a few hours, I think. Oh, you just woke up for a second time. Alright, you do that, and I'll be here waiting. And also flustering Her Highness. I see that. I got an eye on the Discord right now. And it seems to be working, and that's fantastic. All according to plan. What are you doing here? I thought you were keeping Heflodeus and Silk company. An important matter. And not related to my decision on Fandaniel, you say? Then yes, I will come. As soon as my work here is finished. It will not be long, I promise. But you should really wait outside the garden with the others. This is no place for idle exploration. You needn't be concerned for our safety. Mita and I are protected by a ward which conceals our presence from most creatures. Oh, from the creatures. We're taking notes. We'll talk later? We will indeed talk later, little bird child. All according to Cake. Eh, all according to Keikaku. I don't know what that translator must feel, having birthed a meme that's lasted well over a decade, I believe. I was prepared to swoop in if need be, but it's clear you have faced your fair share of monstrous opponents. What is a ghastly odor? Well, Amit Silk, if you've fought marbles before, or if you've traveled to the Orm Vale, you would know. It is a terrible place. You spoke with Hermes then. Now I wonder why is my stream manager acting up. Keeps disconnecting me from my own chat. And we're briefly entangled with the denizens of the Hungering Gardens as well, I see. Or should I say, smell. I cannot speak for certain convocation members, but I for one am impressed with your fortitude. Well done indeed. Now that you've convinced Hermes to confer with us, let us pray that things will soon take a turn for the better. Or as fascinating as it would be to meet Silk, who would recreate Amarot in the depths of the ocean, I think it best for all concerned if such tragic events never came to pass. Be it in our future or your past, assuming yours is not truly written in stone. And I hope that is. Why am I always so forward-thinking? I simply wish to enjoy all that life has to offer. MXL seems content to stay where he is. Words without sound. Hermes said he would not be long, yes. Then we shall wait here until he emerges. I suppose I'll just simply look at my own chat through a live feed of my own channel.
My apologies for keeping you waiting. I understand there is a matter you wish to discuss.
Well, let me just adjust the volume a little bit. There you go.
Aye, a matter of the utmost gravity, if one can suspend disbelief. Go on then. Tell him what you told us, who you are, and why you came.
The final days.
The phenomena observed during these star-encompassing calamities is likely the product of a dynamis reaction. And none is more versed in the applications of this energy than you, Hermes. I must stress that we do not believe you would desire such destruction. We come not to lodge accusations, but to beg your wisdom. And so, distressing though the exercise may be, I ask that you share with us your opinion on the matter, on the assumption that our visitor's tale is true.
Even you, Vana. As you say, the phenomena observed in the two calamities may both be attributed to Dynamis. Of note is the difference in its effect. In the first final days, it warped creation magics. In the second, it warped the people themselves. The key variable, I suspect, is the etheric density of the men of each age. As you know, ether, in essence, negates Dynamis. Harboring high concentrations of ether, we ancients cannot readily manipulate Dynamis, nor be manipulated by it. Therefore, rather than ourselves, the calamity affected our magics. In contrast, having been sundered, the people of the future are composed of but a fraction of our ether. Thus are they susceptible to the influence of Dynamis and its transformative potential. But that would explain only the mechanism, not the cause. Though perhaps...
What is it? Even should it be a hypothesis, we would hear it.
Dynamis is an energy put in motion by feelings. Feelings for which there must first exist a source. A source to which the victims must be attuned. One that harbors the selfsame negative emotions. Elsewise it could not be the agent of such extreme change.
A source of which the victims must be attuned. A source of attuned to a source of these feelings. Huh.
So it wasn't the stagnation of the celestial currents. Someone, or something, is instigating the star's demise.
So, we've a villain on our hands after all. Any idea who or what it could be?
The celestial currents comprise the outermost layer of the star's ether, encasing it like a protective sphere. According to your tale, it was where the currents were weakest that the phenomena first manifested. If the inciting factor came from without Aetheris, then its effects would first be seen in those locations.
Greetings. Can you hear me?
Oh.
Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, know your thoughts. May we please be friends?
I'm not sure I like this camera.
Meteon. What is it?
Executing scheduled task, suspending individual self and connecting to shared consciousness. Connection established. Commencing status report.
Steady, Meteon. Steady.
So scared. So lonely. The pain. It's too much. Why? Why do we... They hurt. Hate. This is wrong. All wrong.
She's gone? But how?
What the fuck?
She has altered her etheric density in order to blend in with her surroundings, an ability for avoiding confrontation.
Just give me a moment before I progress with this. Because holy shit, that is intense. Right. Before I progress any further with this, I'm gonna have to like reply in my messages real quick. For a moment I heard Chrome. This is all Chrome. uh, yes, everything's Chrome. Alright. Let's continue.
Most effective. Frustratingly so. I can't see her either. Not even a trace.
stay away. Please. This is wrong. My mistake. So please.
Are you all right?
No, I am absolutely not alright.
In your mind? No. We only heard her speak the instant before she vanished.
Of course. When communicating without words, Meteion also employs dynamis. That will explain why you were able to hear her, when we could not.
Then you are our best chance of finding her. Follow her voice and try to track her down. Hindered though we may be, let us split up and search as well.
And what the hell just happened? If I cannot perceive her ether, what else have I to offer but my rousing support? Hermes truly is a master of his craft. Suspicious disturbance. You calm your mind, your senses questing for any hint of Meteion's presence. But you fail to hear her voice. She must be elsewhere. For all I know, it could be down there. But let's search up here before we proceed any further down. I've strained my senses to their limits, but found nothing. Let's calm your mind, that you might hear it, that you might feel her silent voice. You can tell me to think about what to do as well? Hear, feel, think. It seeps into my mind. Our voices. Reporting. No, no. Hermes mustn't hear them. I have to run. To hide. Mita's anguished voice grows distant, as the source seems to flee down the slope. Right, to me equal taxi. You strain to catch even the faintest whisper, but fail to hear Meteion's voice. She must be elsewhere. Greetings and salutations. Commencing report. Oh, here we go with the Dutch angle. Oh no. You can't tell them that. You must run. Run far away. Please, don't follow me. Meteon's anguished voice fades as he sends her climbing to the top of the ridge. What on earth? This is an exercise in futility. You have to be able to find herself and follow her voice. Come, whisper unto me your dark secrets. How? How did it come to this? Is this the reason we traveled to the stars? Why we sought out other life forms? Is this it? Is this the answer? No, it cannot be. It cannot be. You know, Hermes, perhaps developing a sentient satellite might not have been the best idea. Sometimes when you stare into the void stares back. You strain to catch even the faintest whisper. Ah yes, indeed, the void. Compiling report for dissemination to Hermes and all people of Ephesus. Oh fuck. Processing expedition data. Preparing profiles on intelligent civilizations. Formulating answers to the question. Finalizing report. No, Sylvain, you mustn't listen. Oh, come on. It's wrong. It's all wrong. Peekaboo. Meteon's anguished voice flees towards the lake. Any sign of Meteon? She's fled towards the lake. Panicked and confused, which will make it all the more difficult to predict her movements. Hermes, what do you make of this situation? Try not to watch this too much as to not get spoiled by until it comes here. Well, I certainly appreciate it. Just even stopping by just to say hi. It means quite a lot. The Matea are linked to a single mind, a shared consciousness which connects them across any distance. I suspect something has happened which disrupted its usual harmony. Yeah, buddy. How might we access this shared consciousness of theirs? Much as you would approach any sentient being, directly. In the Matea's case, that means speaking to any incarnation within physical reach. So unless we can track down the Meteon we just lost, we have no means to communicate with them. No way of knowing what befell her sisters. No way to provide directions or guidance. Then we had best set our musings aside and concentrate on how we might find her. A frantic search will avail us little. We must be clever about this. It's a shame there's no registered concept we could use to create another Meteon. Assuming of course we could link her to the shared mind. But no, if it were a viable solution, Hermes would have surely suggested it. In the final days, Aether is twisted by the invasion of dynamis from beyond the star. Its progress intensified by feelings of fear and despair and anguish. Nay, I like not the picture which emerges with these latest pieces. Oh, my dear Meteon, what do you witness out there that frighten you so? Why do you seek to keep it from us? How terrible could it possibly be? My apologies, we should focus on the task at hand. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Meteon renders herself invisible by matching her etheric density to that of her surroundings, does she not? If so, could we not then disrupt her concealment with a surfeit of ether? Watch how MSQ solidified your presence, which we first met you. Don't be absurd. You can hardly channel ether to a recipient whose whereabouts are hidden from me. Which is why we must all work together. Sylvain will continue the search in the same manner as before, but this time with you in tow. Once he ascertains Meteon's likely location, we proceed to reveal our wayward familiar with a swift ethereal downpour. Very clever, and thankfully she has made herself easy to capture by fleeing towards her left. Assuming she is made visible, it should prove no great feat to herd her into a corner. Then we have our plan. Sylvain and MSQ will be our tracker and trapper respectively, while we others predict and obstruct Meteon's avenues of escape. MSQ and I will keep an eye on each other's ether to help coordinate our efforts. Let's be about it. Well, it seems we are partners for the time being. Let's return to where we last saw Meteon and pick up the trail from there. I'll keep myself in a state of preparedness, ready to rain down ether at a moment's notice, meaning it falls to you to keep the way clear. Now, Did Meteor go straight ahead towards the pier, or did she stray from the path somewhere? As the only one who can hear her voice, you will need to take the lead. You have discovered a new location. Suspicious disturbance. You calm your mind, your senses questing for any hint of Meteor's presence. But you fail to hear her voice. She must be elsewhere. Nothing this way. We try another route then. Calm your mind. Why can't I fly? Are my functions being restricted? Hide, yes. I'll just have to hide then, where no one can find me. Meteor's anguished voice heads towards the water's edge. She went into the lake? As if this wasn't tiresome enough. Well, at least that open expanse should make her easier to find. We'll lose her this time. We should be able to reach the bottom of this drop by climbing down the rocks at the water's edge. Do not even think of dragging me over the falls. Final days or no, if I end up drenched from head to toe, I swear I will feed you to a remora. Not here. I'm not here. Please. By that rock, is she? Very well. What? Why can't I hide? We will hear your report, good or bad. Sylvain, what are you saying? Everything's so faint. I'm sorry, I'm not strong enough. Stay away. I'm begging you. Don't make me say it. It will break him. His poor, fragile heart. Now we have a chance. Once the others are in position, the two of us can hurl her into their midst. truly do not know what's worse. That the possibility of something existing beyond the stars, that they are hostile, or the fact that there's nothing at all, and we are truly alone. As this snare is not in use, it seems to have been left to the mercy of the elements. Either way, it bears no trace of Meteon's essence. We move on. There, I see her. Now, where to close a trap?
Aha! Give chase. We shall herd her into the shelter.
Please, Meteon. We must speak.
I'm sorry, Hermes. I'm so sorry. If someone can hear these words, then please... please protect them. Protect them all.
Individual self-suspended. Connection with shared consciousness stable. Our survey is complete. We shall now report our findings. All units safely arrived at their respective destinations. Seeking answers to Hermes' question, we attempted to make contact with the intelligent denizens of each star. Results are as follows, in order of numerical code. Enna. Traces of civilization found. Structures believed to have served as domiciles. No extant life forms detected. Dio. Ruined remnants of buildings scattered across star, surface of which is encased in ice. Presence of life could not be verified. Tria. Evidence of large population centers, akin to cities recovered. No extant life forms found, only their lingering essence. Tessera. Edifices surmised to be abandoned residences found. No extant life forms detected. Deadly plague or extreme environmental degradation likely to have led to mass extinction.
They are all dead.
Octo. Star found in state of violent conflict. Contact successfully made with inhabitants, but deployment of weapons of mass destruction resulted in total annihilation of local population shortly thereafter. Inea. Star is a barren desert. No identifiable flora found. Bones of living beings resembling men discovered beneath sands, but determination regarding their intelligence inconclusive.
Remind me, Hermes, what exactly was the question you entrusted to Meteion?
I tasked her with asking what others live for. What gives their lives meaning.
Did you consider what may happen if the premise of the question is flawed? To be able to answer it, one must be living and desire to continue doing so. But if Meteion finds no living beings in the course of her journey, or none who desire to live, what then? What answers would she derive from their silence?
Meteion, enough! Suspend your mission and return hither at once.
Decapente. Local civilization once flourished under auspices of higher power. Said power later laid waste to civilization in fit of rage. Upon revealing this to me, entity elected to self-terminate in lieu of providing answer to question. No other intelligent life forms found.
Turning a deaf ear, are we? We are taking Meteion back to Amarot. As I understand, we will need her if we are to bring back all of her sisters.
Yes. Meteion. It isn't right, is it? It isn't right to turn away from the answer. Even if the answer is pain. Even if we aberrations must scream ourselves hoarse to be heard. Aye. Whatever answers we find, I will not dismiss them out of hand. These words I said to you, and I will hold myself to them.
What is the meaning of this?
You cannot take Meteon, not until she has finished her report. All else must wait.
You fool!
If all Hermes needs to do is listen to Meteon's report, then it is his right to do so. But once he receives the answers to his question, what then? The fate of the world may very well hinge upon the choice he makes in that moment. And it must be there when he makes it. Why, Hermes? Why could you not leave well enough alone? Will these answers assuage the pain you feel when a creation is returned to ether? Had you never cast your accursed question to the distant stars, you may have one day learned to be at peace upon this one. Do you understand why Hermes would do this? His logic escapes me entirely. Hephaestus is pondering what to do next. Hermes has headed to Katisis. Considering the expansive dimensions of the place, even we may have a difficult time locating his ether. All I can say is that he entered from the rooftop and likely arrived at the uppermost point in the facility. So, do we pursue him? Of course we pursue him. No matter what Hermes might be thinking, Meteon is a potential threat that needs to be brought under our control. The Convocation's duty is to safeguard this star. It takes precedence over any personal stake in the matter. But not so they. It is clear we stand on a precipice, but we have yet to determine beyond a shadow of a doubt that Meteon is the hand which tips us over the edge. Nevertheless, if we are to learn the truth of the final days, we must give chase. And if neither Hermes nor Meteon is ultimately responsible, we cannot leave them to suffer this torment alone. Agreed on all counts. To Katisis Hyperborea we go. Not right now, man. Got a bird to catch. Oh no. Have they all been locked out? What have we here? Excuse me, has something happened inside Catisis? Mistress Vana, I'm so glad you're here. No one knows what prompted it, but the alarm was sounded and Catisis put into a state of alert. The seizure dictated that we evacuate immediately, and we have yet to investigate further. This is Hermes' doing, obviously. And what does this state of alert entail exactly? A field of dampening magic is draped over the entire facility, usually in response to escaped entities and the like. Catisis scholars and observers are unaffected, but everything and everyone else is weakened to a fraction of their usual capabilities. And consider us forewarned. We do, however, have urgent business with Chief Hermes, and we must enter the premises regardless. That said, if Hermes is willing to enact such measures, I wonder what other obstacles he has seen fit to drop in our path. With that enfeebled spell in place, we're not like to be at our fighting best. And I was hardly an effective combatant to begin with. I did it to offer beyond my ethereal vision. Then you will put that talent of yours to good use. You're fairly skilled at spotting weaknesses, if I recall. Very skilled. Now you've got to raise everyone's expectations. You'll all need to make the most of your strengths, and I will fill in the gaps as required. You're back, brushing teeth. Gotta get those molars. And the back of the teeth as well. I was once as him, after all. It was my job to rise to the occasion. Use that as defender, aggressor, or healer. I feel better about my lack of prowess already. And you, Emselk, can impress us with your arcane majesty. You lock potent spells as easily as breathing, but can also channel power in a protective manner if you so choose, yes? Eh? Well, yes, should the situation call for it. Excellent, that should cover us on all fronts. Your tale led us here, Sylvain, so it is only right that you lead us now. No matter what lies ahead, we'll win through to Hermes and Meteor. And then we'll face the future together. I'll not seek to impede such an august company from going about its business, but please, do be aware that many of the specimens within are far from docile. Bleak as the contents of Meteor's report might be, many could hear it and remain content with their lives. But not Hermes. For him, the veneer of perfection has long been cracked, and it was to the distant heavens he looked for means to repair it. I understand his anguish after a fashion. My own refusal to return is in opposition to the world's established order. Yet for me, the imperfections only enhance the fragile beauty of our star. I will fight to see it delivered from destruction, warts and all. I said that Hermes was likely perched somewhere at the highest point of the facility, but reaching him will be no mean feat. To put it simply, Catisis Hyperborea contains a multitude of vast spaces linked together at the seams, meaning the interior is far more massive than even this grand structure might otherwise suggest. But even a colossal facility filled top to bottom with savage creatures will not stop you, not with Vana and Emselk inside. And I will be there too, of course, cheering you on. From the moment we met, our visit has developed into a never-ending series of complications and irritations. In spite of this, I have gained one useful thing. An awareness to dynamis. To think that power with the potential to corrupt ether had largely escaped our notice. Whether or not I believe your tale, the facts underpinning your narrative will be the source of much debate. So understand that I act not for the sake of you or your fantastic quest. My duty demands that I apprehend Mithion, and if that now means Hermes as well, then so be it. Third seat, Soul Seed. I should. Yeah, I suppose we'll go with this. Oh, he wasn't kidding, this place is massive. Biomes of all different climes meet at this nexus. And that was a cool entry. I love it. Bones Wheel. But now it's Dark Knight. Alright. Here I was certain she was gonna be a paladin.
Please, turn back! Else I might be forced!
It seems he's determined this to protect Mithion. Right what this is going to be.
How about you?
Oh, and Self is the Dark Knight. Huh. And here I was
How about you?
confident that was going to be enough. Actually, considering how it's still fairly early into, like, literally just the first encounter. Let's see whether I can just readjust the classes real quick.
Come, let us be off. Come, let us be off. Come, let us be off.
Is that not an option for me to switch?
Let's get this over with.
Yep, I suppose I cannot. Oh,
I can scarcely contain my excitement.
Come, let us be off.
right then.
Please, turn back, else I might be forced to.
can jump off this other plant.
I see you. I'm not entirely useless. I see you opening. I see you opening. I'm not entirely useless. This may sting.
Prepare yourself!
Ho ho. Supremely powerful. Honestly, I'm amazed at how how strong they are. Blue stone skin. Huh. Half an hour. Amazing.
I'm not entirely useless.
Just casting laser beams out of nowhere. Oh.
Have at you! This may sting. Stand firm. you!
Oh, come on. Can hide from us.
I'm not entirely useless.
Have a taste!
Strike through. I'm not entirely useless.
Oh, there we go. Easy. Cretaceous mask bending. Ooh, now that's a fancy mask. I like it. It's a very Witch King of Angmar look to it.
warn you. Stay away!
Wow. Deleted him. Observation Journal. According to Mistress Alyssa, the creation is based on the concept for a bipedal wolf, and indeed, it is impressively manlike in its gait. It is also highly intelligent, as is evidenced by its ability to employ tools. While the gleam in its eyes gives the impression that it comprehends our words. If this proves to be the case, it would be a shame that its throat isn't designed for speech. I must make mention of this in our next report. So, of course we're going through it. Oh dear, this fellow seems disinclined to last class. We have no choice but to force our way. We find peace in the field sea. Come, we mustn't tarry. morning stay away. Ray can do that. He may have his flaws, but you can't fault his managerial prowess. Seriously? You want to discuss his candidacy now? Gotta love Emmett Silk's grouchiness. Oh, not you. 2 chokers of aiming. Oh, was it a ring that I got earlier? I do not remember. Laden Lord. Goodness me, what man of thinking's behind this? There truly is no accounting for taste.
Fly true.
Have at you!
I see you.
I'm not entirely useless. Out of my way!
Oh, come on.
I'm not entirely useless.
I see you opening.
Have at you!
Uh-oh.
Have a taste! Have a taste!
I'm not entirely useless.
Have at you!
My way.
Hey, we did it. I passed for Constitution, but I failed for Intelligence. If its concept submitted, I will be certain to reject it. Hey, Boltimer, welcome. As you can see, I just fought a 3-headed snake monster. Why did anyone create such a thing? I would never know. It's exercise in creativity, I suppose you can call it.
I cannot let you take Meteor. Not yet.
I see you opening. see you opening.
I'm doing alright. How about you? I'm doing fine? That's great to hear. Might as well put it on, I suppose. Oh, I'm in space.
I must hear their answers before they're expunged from existence.
Have at you!
Slide through. There.
I see you opening.
This may sting. Have a taste. Have a taste.
I'm not entirely useless.
Stubbornness can be something of a virtue, but this is a little excessive. Flying lifeforms and introduction. The successful creation of migratory birds which travel between continents over seasons came as a breath of fresh air to the long stagnant realm of flying lifeforms. In the end, it was a relatively simple thing to grant creatures the ability to navigate by celestial bodies, but this method lacked the precision needed to guide them to the same location each time, as would be vital to their survival. The breakthrough came in the form of magnetic fields, the use of which was discovered by the incumbent Van Daniel during his tenure as chief overseer of Elpis. A truly inspired idea that has brought lasting benefits to the star. And there he is. The winged defiant Hermes.
So, it comes to this. I've no wish to fight, but this time, I cannot yield. Though the world may think me a mad, desperate fool, I will hold fast to my conviction.
That's kind of badass. Protect Meteon, he would go so far as to transform. So far as to make himself a villain. Alright.
I will have the time and tranquility I require. Lust and gale, gather to me! Ancient brand, unleash your power!
Ouch. Okay. So that's what it does. Somewhat late for it now, but I really should have eaten some food here. Oh, don't know how much of a benefit this is gonna do for me, but I might as well. Oh, having the extra critical hit might be handy, I think.
I will have the time and tranquility I require. Lust and gale, gather to me! Ancient brand, unleash your power! Slide through.
Taste.
Dancing winds, pierce my foe! Stars on high, fall and rain! Out of my way! I'm not entirely useless.
Right, so we have to interrupt that attack. Jesus Christ. I don't like this.
Dancing winds, pierce my throne!
I'm not entirely useless.
Stars on high, war is rage! Even when transformed. But I am not finished yet. Streams of ether! Surge is one!
Nice. I should have cast a limit break.
No! My power!
Come on, Artemisia. You know that wasn't necessary. Leave the rest of us at this hook. Let's use Gunblade. How does this look? Ooh, that is a big Gunblade. Alright, that's progress.
It's over, Hermes. In the name of the Convocation, I hereby take Meteon into custody. And setting aside the matter of your nomination, you will come with us too. We require your knowledge to assess and resolve the situation.
Meteon, I am so sorry. Would that I could have listened to your report in full. reflected upon its meaning and conveyed it to others, that they might reconsider their chosen course. But I have failed, and that wish will never be realized. However, ere our fates become the province of others, I bid you tell me just one thing. Was there happiness in those distant stars? Was there a reason for living?
We conducted our search as per your instructions. We scoured historical records, communed with the spirits of the deceased, heard the final testaments of the dying, welcomed their shadowed hearts into our own. One race had striven to create a world bereft of animosity. They renounced relationships to avoid interpersonal strife, and in so doing brought about societal collapse. One race had renounced war and devoted itself to the enrichment of its people. They were conquered. Though they destroyed the enemy in reprisal, they could not regain their former glory. One race had concluded that finite time was the root of all woes. Aspiring to shatter its shackles, they went in search of infinity. They discovered nothing is infinite, and that neither time or death can be cheated. Disillusioned, they gave up on the future and themselves. One race had discarded all things that gave rise to sorrow, hoping to have only joy. They found joy lost its savor in the absence of sorrow, and lost their will to live. Though worlds apart, these peoples shared a belief. The belief that they had tried their best. That they had tried to fulfill their potential with every step and success. In the course of which, they learned the truth. That they would never be free of fear and sorrow, anger and despair, of loneliness, so long as they yet lived. Even now their souls cry out for oblivion. And to this song of anguish, I lend my voice. We lend our voice. Oh, beloved mankind, shimmering jewels of beautiful Atheris, rejoice, for we will free you from the cruel yoke of existence. There is no need to struggle in vain, for in nihility awaits salvation. You will know peace and serenity, and it will be beautiful. We will make our nest at the edge of the universe, and there in the dark of dead worlds hoard sorrow and suffering. There we will sing, our chorus ever louder and ever clearer, that our song may reach even this ether-shrouded star. Such is the answer we have found in the stars. Such is the gift we now offer to Atheris.
you to decide our fate, to decree we live or die. Have you lost your mind? You heard what she said. She means to destroy us all, yet you'd still take her side?
In the name of the Star, we have discarded those creations that we deemed flawed. If we ourselves are flawed, does not stand to reason that we too should be discarded.
That is sophistry, and you know it!
Perhaps it is. Perhaps I am wrong. But who is to say that you are right? Let us settle this with a determination. In my authority as Chief Overseer of Elpis, I will make a judgment on man's fitness to exist. If he can learn to value all life and retain his will to live, even should his end be justified, he will surely find a way to avert his demise. If not, he will perish from the start. As with all determinations, provisions must be made to ensure fairness. Kairos! Awaken!
Memory reconfiguration system Kairos activated. Awaiting instruction.
Command. Universal memory alteration. Target area. Catesis Hyperborea. Starting point. Arrival of Emmet Selk of the Convocation at Propylion. Endpoint. The present. Erase the memories of all events and replace with a vague recollection of the following. I was here, preparing to demonstrate the functionality of Kairos to Emmet Selk and Hithodeus. Meteon's shared consciousness became unstable. She and her sisters could not sustain their existence, and all dissipated with a burst. The resultant shockwave accidentally triggered Kairos, which erased several days of memories from all present. Execute.
Command acknowledged. Initializing. 3 processes remaining to execution.
Bravo. I dare say one would be hard-pressed to make it fairer. Everything that you told us, everything that has happened, the fact we've even met, it will all be gone.
Go, Meteon. To the edge of the universe, where none can reach you.
Hermes, won't you come with me? If you were to shed your flesh, I should be able to carry you.
I will remain. As a man, I will oppose the oblivion you bring.
Silly fool. Had you said yes, I would have granted you the gentlest end.
This ends here!
Fly,
execution!
That is far enough, Hermes!
Argos, to me!
First process complete. 2 remaining to execution of memory reconfiguration.
As if we needed more pressure. No matter what, you cannot forget what happened today. For it is the key to saving your future. Your world. This fight is our fight. What comes after, our problem to contend with. Not yours. No. Your own struggle awaits. And no one else can take your place. You must flee this place with your memories intact. And I will see that you do. Now then, where is it? There you are, my little confluence.
Very well, then.
You may elude us this day, but not forever.
Meteon's gotten away.
Second process complete. 1 remaining to execution.
Ugh. No time for brooding. Listen well. Beyond lies a spatial confluence that connects the interior sections of this building. I will destroy the confluence and force open a way outside. When I do, you must jump through.
I cannot tell you how sorry I am. But neither can I let you escape!
Too brave by half. Exemplary work, as always, Emet-Selch.
What? But how? I thought the confluence was... over...
Over there? Yes. We were rather hoping you would.
It was never anywhere but where it is now. The instant those two began making their way towards nothing, 'twas clear the plan was a diversion.
I'm quite incapable of destroying a confluence, I must confess.
A gambit brazen beyond words. Though we've grown accustomed to reckless improvision due to the antics of an incorrigible associate. Though, in the case of certain present company, incorrigible is an understatement. Honestly, I'm beginning to suspect it's a requirement for every Azen. no time! Quickly! Even now, I do not believe your tale. I would not suffer us to walk such a wretched path. Still, if it must be said, do not squander it. The legacy I leave you.
Final process complete. Executing universal memory alteration.
Go, Argos!
I'm fine. Just a little tired. Can it be true? Are we the only ones left who see beauty in the world? In life? Are the stars above no more than husks of fallen civilizations? And yet, I feel her. Though she is unimaginably distant, I feel Meteon's presence, and the place where to we must go. Ere she made good her escape, I placed an enchantment upon her, one which allows us to follow her trail. She has already left the outermost bounds of Aetheris, and continues on her way. Given the vastness of the universe, it will still be no easy feat to track her down. But thanks to Emet-Selch and his Ladeus, all is not lost. We remember. So long as we remember, our fates remain ours to shape.
What became of the others, I wonder?
I'd like to know too. Let us ascertain the situation at Kutisis Hyperborea, where they should still be. Given the likely state of their memories, however, it would be imprudent for us to approach them directly. In which case... I am sorry, my friend. I've asked much of you this day. But may I trouble you one last time? Argos will investigate in our stead. We will share in his consciousness and see and hear as if we were with him. Now, close your eyes and open your mind.
Thank goodness you are unharmed.
Unharmed? There is a gaping hole in my memories. I can scarcely remember arriving here in Elpis.
Forgive me. I was preparing to demonstrate the functionality of Kairos to our guests. But Meteon, her shared consciousness became unstable. And she...
So, that's what prompted the state of alert. And when you went to investigate, you were caught in Kairos's accidental operation.
So it would seem. It's all a blur to me.
Such an unfortunate accident. Oh, and what of Vinar and your other companion? You went inside together, as I recall.
We did?
If Vinar was with us, I have no recollection of it. But that there is her familiar, is it not? The fellow seems happy enough, so I think it's safe to assume his mistress is well. I haven't the slightest notion who this other companion might be, however.
Ah, well, that individual struck me as a bit different, for want of a better word. Perhaps it wasn't actually a person, but some manner of creation.
Curious. I must ask Vinar about it when next we meet.
Yes, you do that. Now, if we may tend to Hermes, whatever this Meteon did, it seems he bore the brunt of it. Once you are fit to travel, you will return with us to Amarot. We need to make certain there are no other ill effects. Also, I am here on business of the 14. We've already had the conversation, like as not, but since your toy wiped my memory, we'll have to have it again.
Yes, of course. As you see fit.
This Kairos, it manipulates memories through the emission of etheric waves, correct? There is a theory which holds that memories scoured by blasts of ether are restored when the soul is cleansed in the underworld. If true, then perhaps when our time comes to return to the star, we shall remember these few days we have lost.
I doubt aught of interest occurred. Look forward to the revelation if you like, but I should prefer to reminisce on more meaningful moments.
Let us rest, if only for a while. After all, you and I... Oh, we still have a long, long way to go.
Feeling at all recovered, understand that your exertions were more than purely physical. Resting one's body, even for a moment, is never without merit. But as for Hermes, I think it unlikely he will create more Endwalkers. He poured much of himself into Meteon, and now that she and his sisters are gone, dissipated in his mind, the grief must be unbearable. He will blame himself, he will believe that. And he never acknowledged his dissatisfaction with the world. Then the Medea would have never been born to suffer and die. The offer to join the 14 will be a welcome distraction, and one day hence, he will face the advent of the final days in the role of Daniel. Holy shit, what the hell was that? How could you do this to me? I'm not mad, I'm purely amazed at how good this writing is and the storyboarding. But how dare you? How dare you do this? Oh, tell you what, I'm just gonna take a real quick break and we'll get some water. Maybe get a snack or two. And I'll be right back in just a couple of minutes. Okay, I have returned. We need some tea and some water. Right. Let us. Thou must live and die and know. Vana is watching you in quiet contemplation. Sylvain, listen to me. Our duty now is not to denounce Hermes for his misguided determination, or to convince Emet and Hephaestus that they have been deceived. No, we must instead ensure that the experiences Hermes sought to expunge are preserved. What remains in our memories alone will be our weapon against the final days. You must fight this battle in your age, and I in mine. Come, let's walk together once more. I'll see you to the doors of Propylaeon. Oh, still have the text up there, do I? Most researchers are from academia and neither World of Helmer. Words of Helmerin. Here to observe the state of the local flora. I wish they would give equal attention to the ambient environment, specifically how much noise they are adding to it with a little debate. I suddenly am unable to read words properly. I think I might have just like missed the tempo in the reading. Okay. The time in this age is drawing to an end. It feels far too short. Excuse me for a second. Well, suppose how desperately we may wish to have just one more tomorrow. Time marches on. Unceasingly. Upon speaking to Vanna, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Okay, I see. I see that is how it goes. Alright. Let's begin.
So, it is within. The portal that brought you hither, and will take you home.
Perhaps I should stay and help.
I appreciate your sentiment. I truly do. But 'tis a very long game that we must now play. And while you have maintained a stable presence here thus far, there are dangers in lingering over long. No. You must return to your own battlefield. Make use of the knowledge you have attained, that your days here and our friends' sacrifice be not in vain. With Meteion free to pursue her designs, 'tis only a matter of time until the final days are upon us. We must be ready. From fortifying our defenses to securing our escape, there is much to be done. In spite of this, we cannot allow the report that set this calamity in motion to become common knowledge. Were the masses to learn the fates of the other stars, I fear the situation would spiral out of our control. I must carefully consider who can be trusted, and bring them into the fold. Ordinarily, I wouldn't hesitate to call upon the 14. However, it was the desire for a fair determination that drove Hermes to attempt to erase our memories. Were he made aware of his actions, there is no telling whether he would remain a friend or become a foe. Alternately, we might try to alienate him from the Convocation. Yet in doing so, we would deprive ourselves of a brilliant mind who would be invaluable in the crises to come. Quite the dilemma. Which is why I must work independently of the Convocation. Regardless of how we proceed, if we are to permanently avert the final days, we must be equal to Hermes' challenge. We must prove that mankind is worthy to exist. And this hinges, I think, on how we confront the all-consuming despair that accompanies a senseless and seemingly inevitable end. Bewildered and divided, we would perish like the peoples of those celestial ruins. We could not hope to survive the final days, much less take the battle to Meteon at her nest. We must find a way to defeat despair, to unite and prepare as many as possible for the struggle ahead. Heavy will weigh the burden of guiding this legion of souls. Yet I have faith in mankind's potential. As long as he believes in himself, there is naught he cannot achieve. So I will not give up on him. On us. You may find your world to be very different. Or perhaps the erasure of our friends' memories has sown the seeds of a conjunction between us. We cannot know until the moment is at hand. So shall I strive to do my best, taking naught for granted as I walk my path. And I pray you walk with me to the end. As you move forward, so too will I, as will all, resolved to fight for the morrow. And when mankind has found the strength to stand against despair, we shall silence the song of oblivion. She who sings it will learn our journey is far from over. This I promise. Fare you well, my light of the future, till we meet again.
From this day forth, I shall strive to bring honor to the seat of Vandana.
Even now, I remember standing there, locked in a moment where the sky is aflame. Where stars fall as tears, and screams darken the seas. Where resignation rots the trees. Where terror twists magics into abominations. Such is the lament of they who have gone before. The song of they who tried and failed to create a better world. The song of the end. That which hides at the edge of the universe is no longer hope's creation. It is hopelessness incarnate. That day, mankind saw half of its number sacrificed to bring forth Zodiac. And covering the star in a shroud of ether, we forestalled the final days. Yet the cries echoed still. We wept for innocence lost, wailed for death inevitable. A reality too terrible to bear. And for too many who sought comfort in gilded memories of joyful days and tranquil nights.
This is all wrong! Why must we suffer so?
It needn't be like this. No! There must be a way to restore things to the way they were. To reclaim the perfect paradise we once had.
No, my friends. Suffering exists, and we cannot pretend otherwise. No civilization, however great, could eliminate it. If we would live, we must accept it as our constant companion. Let us not seek to forget this tragedy. Let us carry it in our hearts, that we may grow stronger and know true happiness.
We can't accept it! We won't accept it! It will be ours again! A world free of sorrow!
No, it will not. For there has ever been sorrow. Mankind was but spared its biting sting for a time. So please, open your eyes. To try and reclaim those lives we lost by sacrificing yet more isn't wisdom. It is weakness. No paradise is without its shadows. If we cannot accept this truth and learn from our pain, then our plight shall be repeated.
O mighty Zodiac! God, born of our boundless faith, we bid you, hear our prayer. Accept this offering of lives, and deliver unto us the lives we once had. Deliver unto us the days of old, the days when the star was a font of love, and we knew naught but bliss.
You would destroy it? Our beautiful world?
Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in. The heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all, a people. Beacons of light and life. Laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning and my purpose. My love. In spite of, or perhaps because of this, I choose to believe in mankind's potential. In his ability to find a way forward. So let there be no way back. From that temptation, I sunder us. No more shall man have wings to bear him to paradise. Henceforth, he shall walk. All is excruciating pain. I breathe fire and torment. I birth a world of suffering to mire and plague. In one fleeting moment, lives come and go, ever moving towards the unknown. And in that fleeting moment, they cry for the answer to the question. Why, given life, are they meant to suffer, to die? As fragmented, imperfect beings, yours is a never-ending quest. A quest to find your purpose, knowing your end is assured. To find the strength to continue when all strength has left you. to find joy, even as darkness descends. And amidst deepest despair, light everlasting. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine. When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
Holy shit. I am at a loss for words. Okay, well, yeah, holy crap. I need a moment to process that. Alright, Yeah, I don't know, I'm not even sure whether I'm able to, like, continue on all of that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this quest here and probably end the stream. It's a pretty good place to call it a night and end the episode, so to speak. You have a knack for turning exactly when needed, and this is no exception. Sylvain, impeccable timing as always. I heard you were often the first as part of our efforts to investigate the final days. Well, as so often seems to be the case, while you're away, we've had some few developments, which we can discuss in just a moment. For now, however, I can tell you how wonderful it is to have you back. Yeah, holy crap. Alright, well, I think that is going to be it for me for tonight. That was... Yeah, I don't even have words for what just happened. Alright then, in the meantime, I'm just gonna send you all to one of my YouTuber siblings, who is currently streaming some Monster Hunter Rise, I believe. Alright, I think that should be it. Right, well, thank you all for joining me today. That was, yeah, that was quite the experience. I'll probably be back tomorrow. Yeah. Well then, until we next meet, I shall see you again. Farewell.